What up, baby? It is another episode of the Underground 4 podcast, baby, on a beautiful Thursday afternoon. As you can see, playing some good music, and I'm live from a different angle today. You're probably wondering why. Let me pause that for a second. Probably wondering why I'm coming up from a different angle today. That's because I'm joined by my most special guest yet. And we're not doing it in person, but we are doing it virtually. I'm being joined by the drummer of Savage After Midnight, Derek Bjørnson. Let's hear it for Derek, everybody. It is 12:29. He's supposed to call me at 12:30. So so I'm guessing he's gonna call me in about 60 seconds. Just a little backstory. He's a drummer of Savage After Midnight, an awesome band who this past summer/fall is like summer-ish fall, toured with these dudes, Asking Alexandria, Papa Roach, and Shinedown. These dudes are the next big thing, man. I promise you. They're based out of Memphis, but the cool thing about Derek is even though that they're based out of Memphis, he's from right here, right in Metro Detroit. He went to Anchor Bay High School, I believe. I'm gonna ask him about that, and he still lives in Clinton Township to this day. On his Instagram, sometimes he puts the location. It's always Clinton Township, Michigan. But he's my first super special guest on here, and I'm really excited that it's him. He's a nice dude. I've talked to him a little bit. He's a nice dude, and I've never gotten to see Savage After Midnight in person. My dad has. Went without me. Thanks, Dad. But it's all right. It's all right, bud. It's all right, Dad. I forgive you. It's 12:30 now. I'm expecting a call any second. I'm very excited, very, very excited for this. This is going to be my best one yet. I promise you. I promise you it's going to be my best podcast yet. Oh, yep, there he is. There he is, boys. What's going on, Derek?
Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, and yourself?
Not bad.
That's good to hear. How's life treating you since this whole thing started?
Dude, it's good.
That's good to hear. It's good to hear. So I was telling, I already started this. I was telling everybody that you're the drummer of a Savage After Midnight. You know, what's the backstory on that?
Well, yeah, dude. I joined them in late 2018, early 2019, and just been trucking with them ever since. Like, I met Shy years ago. He was the vocalist. I met him years ago at Rock on the Range, and we'd kick it and party and hang out, and, just do our thing. And finally, it's just like, dude, I keep running you. Who are you? What's your story? So we just started talking, and he's like, dude, I need your drummer.
Oh, really?
All right, man. Yeah, he's like, if you ever need me to play or do anything, here's my contact.
Yeah, it's awesome. So and then Savage After Midnight wasn't your first band, right? It was No Resolve, right?
Yeah, I was in No Resolve for almost 10 years.
Yeah, I've listened to a lot of their stuff too, dude. And so you've been in two awesome bands, man.
Thank you, dude. Yeah, it's been a huge privilege, to do the things, God, dream of this stuff, just want to make it and, have the life of a touring musician and stuff. And I've just been very blessed to be around some great people in my, life, music and just grew, just blossomed.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm sure at your guys' tour with Shinedown, Asking Alexandria, and Papa Roach is probably probably one of the greatest moments of your a career. Am I right?
No, dude, 100%. Dude, that was the dream. That was a dream tour. I remember when I first joined No Resolve, I was like, dude, this is my ultimate dream tour. And then we ended up playing with Papa Roach a couple times, and then when I joined Savage, I was like, dude, I know you guys are boys to Shinedown. I go, but I'm telling you, dude, I've had this dream tour since, I was 15, 16 years old. And, like, it's Shine Down a Pop Roof. And he's like, and they're,
Yeah, that.
JT, the DJ, JT, he's like, yeah, just, we ready to tour Shine Down a lot. We're really good friends with it. Well, then hell yeah, dude, let's do it up.
Yeah, because, like, if we're being honest, my, like, two favorite bands in the world are Shinedown and Asking Alexandria. I'm actually wearing my Asking Alexandria shirt right now, and, like, because I'm obviously from the Macomb area, just like you are, and so you guys weren't coming here, but you guys were going to Toledo, and so it's actually a funny story. I bought one ticket just for myself, even though at the time I was only 17. I bought one ticket just for myself, and then I was like, "Hey, Dad, I bought a ticket. Do you want to buy a ticket and we can both go together?" And he's like, "Nah, I have to work that day. I don't want to drive all the way down to Ohio." So the week of the concert, I'm like, "All right, I'm not going to Toledo alone." So I sold my ticket, and it was like a floor seat, so, like, it was a good. So, like, it was actually good seats. And then the morning of the concert, as soon as I wake up, I started talking to my dad, and he's like, "Yeah, I just bought a ticket to go see Shinedown, Asking Alexandria, and them all in Toledo." I'm like, "Dude, are you serious?" And at that point, like, the entire show had sold out, and so there was no more floor tickets, and so I got screwed out of going to see you guys, and I 100% blame my dad for that.
Oh, dude, that sucked.
Yeah, but I mean, what was that?
I said you should have hit us up, man. I would have hooked you up.
Yeah,
From the hometown, dude.
yeah. Well, I'm 100% gonna take that into effect next time that my dad screws me over seeing you guys.
If you ever get in the bind, man, we'll help you out.
All right, yeah, I appreciate that, Derek. What was I just gonna say? Yeah, so I've actually met the dudes in Asking Alexandria, and, like, from what I see on social media and from the time that I talked to them, there's some pretty cool and goofy dudes. Was it kind of like the same thing when you guys were on tour?
Oh, dude, they're amazing. Dude. We love the AA guys. We spent actually a couple nights with them on their bus, just jamming new songs. Like, we were going back and forth and just, like, hanging out and listening to the jams and, like, talking about future tours and talking about, like, the industry and how awesome everything was on that tour. And, we actually became really good friends with them. And you like AA a lot, man. The new Savage at the Midnight stuff is going to be dropping here.
Oh yeah,
Definitely
I saw.
a little surprise.
Yeah, I saw something on somebody's Instagram. I saw something that I'm not gonna say it, but I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's gonna be this album is gonna be banging, dude. It's gonna be awesome. Definitely, like, some of the best stuff that I've been a part of.
That's awesome.
Sure.
Yeah, cause well, since this whole like a coronavirus thing started, I'm sure that it's been a lot harder for you guys, like, actually, like, go to the studio and start recording, and especially touring, obviously. And is that true? Like, it's a lot harder for you guys right now to, like, actually, like, work on your stuff?
Yeah, especially with me being in Michigan and all those guys living in Nashville and Memphis, like, it definitely kind of hindered a lot of it. So I was writing a lot from home and sending them ideas, and, we were kind of collaborating on that. And then, like, with me being in the band, like, the youngest, like, not the youngest member, but the newest member kind of, per se.
Yeah.
So I just took it upon myself. I said, you know what, I'm not going to, like, sit back and kind of, like, live, like, fear of the virus and stuff like that. I go, I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to take my chances. Bought a plane ticket. Still met up with them in Nashville for the week of the writing that we had. The writers down there and our producer. Like, we worked with Jaden from Siler on this album, and Andrew from Nine Shrines. And so we were, like, I'm like, screw this, dude. I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna do this the right way. And so flew down there, met up with the guys, and we wrote some killer ass tunes, man. So
That's
like,
awesome.
I'm super super proud of it.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm super excited for you guys' next album because the EP as you guys drop was like it's one of my it's only what five six songs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and like and what you call it every single one was absolutely amazing. There's no way else to put it. So and you guys' full
thank you, man.
yeah, no problem. And you guys' first like a full length album, I have absolutely 100% that this is gonna be an awesome album. I'm super excited. I'm super excited to hear it.
Yeah, dude, it is coming. A full length is coming. There, I don't have a release date from any management or anything like that yet, but I'm telling you, dude, it's coming and it's gonna be banging.
That's what I love to hear, man. So you're obviously in the drumming and stuff, and so what are some of the bands from your childhood that like actually like made you become like the music that you do?
I mean, growing up, like my dad was super into the Beatles and the Who, and like so that's what I was like always listening to was because I always hear him play the music, and he always had the Beatles, or yeah, he always had the Who's Next, and he always had the Beatles, Sergeant Pepper, and Abbey Road always on, and so like we jammed to those, it's like I started out with a snare drum and a ride, and so I just kind of like started playing with stuff like that and messing around. So like ever since I was a kid, it's always been like Keith Moon and Ringo Starr.
Mm-hmm.
It like kind of like set me up.
Yeah.
Because like I'm the wild man like Keith Moon, but I'm also like the metronome like Ringo Starr. So it's
yeah,
like I'm cool in that.
Yeah, it's kind of like the best of both worlds, kind of in drumming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it was the Beatles and the who kind of made you the drummer that you are, what's the music that's in your like a normal playlist every day that you're listening to?
And there's like so many good bands I listen to. So it's like pretty much on average, it's like Papa Roach, Asking, Shine Down, Story of the Year. Like I'm listening to Muse right now, so like I got Muse. It's just everyone, dude. I mean, like stuff from like old pop punk, like Newfound Glory, Yellow Card, to like metal, like Bullet. Like I'm not like a snob when it comes to that. Like I pretty much listen to anything and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Since this whole like a coronavirus thing has started for me, I've actually been listening to a lot of like of new music lately, and probably lately all I've been listening to is the Like a House on Fire album, which is 10 out of 10. It's so good, dude.
Yeah, it is very good. That album is awesome.
It's phenomenal. I've listened to a lot of Beartooth lately. I'm listening to you guys, Shine Down. Who else? A little bit of a Bullet for My Valentine. It's just it's just all the bands like that. I don't like to hold myself to like one genre, but like if I did, it would definitely be like hard rock metal. Like it's so good, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Beartooth album is seriously so good. I can't wait to see what they come out with next, man. That album was seriously like probably one of the best albums.
Oh yeah.
That came out.
Oh yeah.
2019.
Yeah, 100%. I remember the first time I saw them was at a self-help fest at a Freedom Hill right around the corner, and yeah, and I had never heard them before, and as soon as they went, I was like, I don't really like these guys that much, but then like a year later, but then a year later, they got announced on the tour with
Day to Remember, right?
yeah, it was them,
And
I
I
Prevail,
Prevail.
and a Day to Remember. So I was like, all right, I'll give them another chance because I want to go see these guys. And as soon as I started listening to them in their last album, and then the album before that, and now they're like one of my favorite bands. Those guys are sick. I love those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, they are amazing. That tour was so good. I know me and my wife tried to get there as early as we could, but I was so bummed when I walked in and like I Prevail was playing and we just missed Beartooth. I was
Oh,
like,
really?
oh.
That's
Yeah,
tough.
dude, I was so bummed.
Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, it was such a crazy line outside, and it was freezing. It was at Eastern Michigan, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was so cold outside, and the line was so long. But it was an awesome show,
Oh, I
so
know.
it was an awesome show, so I made up for it. Yeah, so then I take it that your wife's in this same music as you, and she likes all the same music as you.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. That's a good marriage right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Sorry. What else did I want to
Oh,
ask
you're
you?
a good man.
Sorry, I'm trying to read this. Oh yeah. Yeah. And so, like you were saying, you're obviously from here, and the rest of the band's from. Would you say, Memphis and Nashville?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're down in Tennessee.
Okay. And so you met the lead singer at a Rock on the Range, and then I guess just kept talking, and then eventually he's like, "Hey, why don't you just join my band, drum for him?"
Yeah, pretty much.
That's awesome. And what festival was that?
Yeah, I was at Rock in the Range when I met Shy.
Oh,
God,
really?
years ago.
Really? That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I was supposed to go to a Sonic Temple this year, but we all know how that went.
Yeah, I know. I was super bummed.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to a lot of shows. I was supposed to go there. Supposed to see the Deftones. Supposed to see who else? I was supposed to see Slipknot like next week. Um, who else got canceled? I was supposed to see A Fit for a King, Five Finger Death Punch, I Prevail, Papa Roach, Ice Nine Kills. That crazy good tour. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, and I was supposed to go to Sonic Temple, and we all know how that went. But yeah, this entire like a coronavirus thing is seriously like actually killed like all my fun that I had going to concerts. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, it killed 2020 for sure. I know. Me and my wife were super stoked to go see My Chemical Romance, but I
Hmm.
think that's gonna get canceled too.
Yeah,
So it's like
probably
2020 can definitely go f off.
100%, dude. I was actually kind of bummed when a My Chemical Romance show went on tour because I was in class and and I went to a Chippewa Valley, and so it's a big school, and like
Yeah.
I had absolutely no service in class, and I was trying to buy tickets in class, and my phone wouldn't load, and by the time it loaded, like there was like no. By the time it loaded, I'm pretty sure that it sold out, so I missed out on that. So that was kind of disappointing.
Yeah. I was on my phone. My wife was on her phone at work trying to get on. I was on my phone at work and one of the computers at work trying to get everything like lined up perfect so I can get tickets. But she ended up getting in before I did. I
Oh,
was
really?
running two systems. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's awesome. I was supposed to see Rage on the Floor too. I don't know how I landed those tickets. I got lucky and got those for
Yeah,
Floor for
that would have
Rage.
been insane.
Yeah, I was
That would
actually
have been
kind
an
of.
insane show.
I know. I was actually kind of scared. I was like, dude, Floor for Rage Against the Machine at 18 years old. I'm gonna be the youngest one there.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but that's not how that. Like, if we're being honest, I don't think that there's gonna be any concerts until probably around January.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be anything till maybe summer 2021. I don't know. the industry's. I heard was that I think it was through Billboard
Mhm.
or Loudwire that Live Nation said that they were doing indie tours through like 2020 until fall of 2021.
Yeah, it's nuts, dude. Absolutely crazy, Derek. Absolutely nuts. Well, I'm pretty sure that covers everything I wanted to talk to you about. So I just wanted to I really thank you for coming on the show, Derek. I know it's small and I know you're busy, but I really, really, really appreciate it. I thank you so much.
Yeah, man, no problem at all, dude. It was great, dude. Thank you so much for having me on and hitting me up.
Yep, yep, of course.
Like talking about the music. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah, it is a lot of fun. Well, I wish you the best of luck in your career, and I can't wait for you guys' new music. I can't wait to see you guys on tour. I can't wait for it all, man. I'm really excited, and I want to thank you one more time.
No problem, dude. Thank you, man, for keep spinning the tracks, dude. Appreciate it.
Yep, no problem, Derek. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye. So yeah, that was Derek Bjørnson, everybody. As you can tell, he's a nice guy. Awesome dude. Awesome dude. I cannot wait for their new music to drop. Those dudes are phenomenal, phenomenal, and I think that they're the next big thing. Um, they caught a big break going on tour with Pop Roach, Shinedown, and Asking Alexandria, and I think that this next album will be their big break. And these dudes are gonna hit it huge, man, absolutely huge, dude. I can't wait. So yeah, so stream their new EP, 11:59. That's Savage After Midnight, baby. Stream the new EP if you want to listen. I'd listen. Why not, dude? These dudes absolutely rock. I don't care if you're not a fan of rock and metal music. If you are a fan of music in general, you will just appreciate what these dudes are doing. You know, whether you're friends with me and you just like to listen to rap and pop and stuff like that, try something new. Try something new, man. Try something new and listen to some hard rock metal. If you want, listen to Asking Alexandria, the new album, Like a House on Fire. Listen to that too. Savage After Midnight, man. Who else? Shinedown, Pop Roach, Beartooth. These bands are the epitome of greatness, dude. And I think that these guys are gonna hit it big one day. I know that they're gonna hit it big one day. And just check their music out, man. They've got new music on the way. And I'm super stoked to hear it. So thanks for listening, everybody. I should be doing a podcast tomorrow. Not 100% sure yet, but I should be. Fingers crossed. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow.